Oh, thank you for these. Hey, you think if one day I take a picture of my greasy ass, I too could aspire to break the internet? I wonder. Let's begin, shall we? First up, Mark Sanchez. I have to say, how do you not root for Mark Sanchez, old Sanchez, now a Philadelphia Eagle? This is a guy who had to eat a $5 footlong sandwich while being destroyed by the New York media. A lot of it deserved. I'm not gonna lie, the butt fumble, but now he's been reborn and he's in Philly. And that's the key to the whole story. He's not in lighthearted San Diego or even in fun-loving New Orleans. No, he's in Philadelphia, home to the worst sports fans in the galaxy. Philadelphia sports fans, if we don't like you, we'll just puke on your children. All I know is the guy has been at the bottom, now he's at the top. It's something to celebrate. By the way, I'm still waiting on Riley Cooper to make good on that promise he offered at a country concert. What's the holdup, Coop? Ravens cheerleader. Did y'all hear about this one? A Ravens cheerleader thrown into the air at the last home game and then landed on her neck. Let me ask you a question. Who has it worse at NFL games than the cheerleaders? Answer, nobody. Saw that woman in that viral video walk around New York for 10 hours and get sexually harassed? Try being a cheerleader and walking around an NFL stadium for 10 minutes. Have you heard what men say to cheerleaders? It sounds like they're yelling at them their pornographic Christmas wish list. They don't have health insurance and they make less than minimum wage. Seriously, I know that we live in a world where being good looking confers a lot of benefits that it shouldn't, but NFL cheerleading is so shitty, it's actually managed to remove all of them. Let's see here, World Series of Poker. A bunch of degenerates hiding from their wives. Hey, here we go, pop quiz production guy. Who won the World Series of Poker this year? Pop quiz production guy, who won the World Series of Poker this year? Hey, pretty popular game you got going here. That poker revolution, woo, that one came and went. Kobe Bryant is in the news. First ballot Hall of Famer, 5 NBA championships. Set a record this week though. He has now missed more field goals than anyone else in NBA history. Basically, he's missed more shots than anybody else. Why is he here? It's completely unnecessary. Is there a more old man move in the world besides stubbornly forcing yourself on others at their financial and time expense? This is Kobe Bryant lost on the road with only his printed out MapQuest directions, but he's determined to get there and he's not gonna stop and ask for directions because this is the way he's done it all this time. At this point, at his age, we're just lucky he shows up to practice with his pants on. Jay Cutler, the chinless wonder out of Chicago. Yo, you think I'm pissed? Listen to sports radio after Jay Cutler plays. They're literally like, you know what, just sell the team. Just end this experiment that is the Bears in Chicago. There's 32 teams in the NFL and they can't find one good quarterback for every single team. That's how hard that position is to play. So on the one hand, I sort of forgive old Jay Cutler. Despite being a guy who could not give an F less about anything, he understands who he is. He's gonna make a couple touchdowns and he's gonna make a lot of picks at inopportune times. If being a quarterback was like speaking a language, he would have a broken ass accent. But the good news is you're only stuck with him for the rest of the season. And next season too. The Veterans Concert, I feel very strongly about this one. Did you guys see this over the past week on HBO? For some reason, TV producers seem to think that what veterans want to hear are whiny ass beta males crying into a microphone in what are largely acoustic sets. I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. I've had many friends who came back from Iraq and Afghanistan who wanted to party. Not once did I ever get a phone call that went anything like this. Dude, I am trying to go to that Death Cab for Cutie concert. That's never happened. Never happened in my life. You want to entertain the troops? Get Zakk Wylde of Black Label Society. Get Jay-Z. Get Lil Wayne. Hell, dig up Dimebag Darrell and have it like Weekend at Bernie's where they're playing on stage for Pantera. And I know what some of you out there are thinking. Surely there must be some people who like the Decemberists or Mumford & Sons. And you'd probably be right. But here's the problem. Those donks are in the rear with the gear, and no one cares what those pogues have to say anyway.